Out of all these X books, Sentinels is definitely up there as one of the best. Alex Paknadel, is killing it. My name is Dorian. This is SC of Comics. We continue our coverage of Sentinels. Number 3. Our story starts off with Drumfire being questioned by the Heifer. And the Heifer keeps calling her Shellback, who died in the first issue, which just shows you the character of this lady. She's pretty much trying to find out what exactly went wrong on this last operation because, things definitely went south. So now we cut to Lockstep and Drumfire. They're outside somebody's door. Lockstep's hand starts to shake. Drumfire's like, you okay? Lockstep's like, I'll be fine. Those are the first signs of grifting. Grifting to these Sentinels pretty much means they start talking in 1 to 0s or code, and it's pretty much curtains for them. So they kick down the door, and their target is Fabian Cortez. Now, if you're not familiar with Fabian Cortez, man, some of our first videos that we covered on the channel was Fatal Attractions, and Fabian Cortez is all up in that, and he's in rare form in that series. I'll make sure there's a link to the playlist in the description, but yeah, Fabian Cortez is not a great person. Like, he ranks right up there with Sebastian Shaw. But in this instance, he's running a clinic. See, Fabian Cortez's power is he can boost other mutants' powers, but it's only mutants, it's not humans. But for some reason now, he's also able to treat humans. Now, Larry Trask is thinking that it's got something to do with the resurrection protocol. Like, when they brought him back, it kind of messed with his powers. And he's like, it doesn't matter. He's a rebel rouser because Fabian Cortez is a rebel rouser. I'll give him that much if you go off of his history. It's like, just take him down. But one of the humans that he was treating in the clinic jumps all over Lockstep and tells Fabian Cortez to run. So that's exactly what he does, and jumps right out the window. So he's running, but Voivod and Sawtooth are like dead behind him. So Lockstep is trying to tell the dude to get off of him to calm down, but then Drumfire comes and just throws the dude off, like throw him off. And pretty much this is a story being told to the Heifer by Drumfire, and the Heifer's like, that don't sound like Lockstep. Like, you're saying he was out of control? And Drumfire's like, yeah, he was not in control. So the Heifer's like, you've been taking a lot of mood regulators. Like, are you sure you can't take all this stuff into account? She's like, yeah, it's for my hallucinations. As she is right now imagining Heifer as Onslaught. I think I prefer Onslaught. So Voivod and Sawtooth are still chasing after Fabian Cortez when all of a sudden they're like, you don't see him at first. You feel him. Like, your hair stand on the back of your neck and stuff starts to dance in front of your eyes. And then Fabian Cortez is down. They're like, what the hell happened to him? And then look up, and it's Magneto. Now, when it comes to Fabian Cortez and Magneto, there is no love lost whatsoever. Not in the slightest. So then Heifer's like, are you sure it was Magneto? And they're like, yes, it was Magneto. And Heifer's like, yeah, but we got like intel that he's in Alaska and he's not doing well. And they're like, well, he's doing fine now because he took 100 pounds of rebar and ran it through Voivod like he was lacing a football. So Drumfire and Lockstep get there, and Lockstep's like, shoot him in the head. All I'm thinking to myself is, metal bullets, not gonna work. Magneto's like, are you guys Sentinels now? Oh, that's horrible. He just takes him and throws him aside. But then Sawtooth comes out of nowhere. She does her thing, like she gets all kinds of metal around her, and then she charges like she's a big huge robot right into Magneto. Magneto's like, you're gonna regret wearing those colors, and then uses his power, starts taking her apart, separates all the metal from her, and then collapses it right on her. So Lockstep is with Voivod, who is traumatized, and anybody would be. Drumfire starts to do her freezing thing, but then she shoots a blast at Magneto. Magneto gets pissed and is like, I'll be back for you later. Then sends out an EMP that knocks everybody out. So everybody starts to wake up a few minutes later. Fabian Cortez was taken by Magneto, and then we see Voivod start to griff. Starts talking in 1s and 0s. So Drumfire's about to shoot him. Lockstep, he still can't get up or move. He's like, don't you do it. This is my unit. Don't you kill Voivod. Drumfire's like, I have to. He grifted. That's what we're supposed to do. And all of a sudden she gets butt stroked by Sawtooth. So now we go back to Greymouth, and I guess the heifer got all the intel that she needed from Drumfire. Drumfire's like, you're not going to take away my nanites, are you? Because I was in a really bad way before I got these things. And the heifer's like, well, we'll be in touch. Right now, you're on administrative leave with pay, but yeah, we'll get back with you. And then she calls in Lawrence. Lawrence, come on in. So the AI that's in Lockstep's trailer knows that Lockstep's starting to grift, but he's like, hey, don't tell Mr. Trash yet. Like right now, I'm still in control. I can handle it. This is what I need you to do. I need you to give me all the known locations of the Magia in New Jersey. So now we go to a cell where you hear somebody talking to 1 zeros. It's Voivod. But he's not grifted, or I guess grifting ain't what everybody thinks it is, because he's still able to speak. And he's telling Mr. Trash that, yeah, your little secret's about to come out. Larry slaps him, and he's like, doesn't matter. Once they find out where this nanotech came from, what are they going to call you? A mutie? A mutant lover? It's not going to be good for you. So it finally comes down, and he's like, they can call me wherever they want. They'll understand in the end as he walks out, and then we see him walk away, and then Sawtooth walks up right behind him and goes to Voivod's cell. So then we cut to somewhere in New Jersey where Drumfire just dropped $7,829 to this mafia guy. I know they like to say Maggie or whatever. It's a mafia guy. And he's like, I have the rest layer for you when I can. And the dude's like, okay, well, that's fine. You're covering that one lady's tab. Who was that, your friend? And he's like, yeah. He's all right, well, you know, this only covers the VIG, which is the interest. And he's like, oh no. Next thing you know, he gets punched in the face. So the mafia guy's like, what was that, pal? You kind of stuttered when you was falling down. And then Lockstep goes, I said, I'm not paying it. As all these nanites start wrapping around all these mafia guys and also around him. They're like, oh, you one of those New York guys. I don't know what the hell does that mean. They're like, shoot him. And they start bouncing off. And he's like, you know what? You people think you control everything. Lives, cities, systems. But guess what? I'm in control. And he starts killing everybody in that restaurant. Godfather style.